My wife was sitting on another man's lap. Seeing this, I was furious. I decided to vent my dissatisfaction with my wife to my father-in-law.
She's a fucking moron. She's my daughter before your wife.
The people around me, upon witnessing this, couldn't help but mock me. However, I didn't dare to resist my father-in-law's warning. He is the leader of the biggest local gang, while I am just an employee under him. Just when I thought I could let it go and move on, my wife unexpectedly brought that man back home that night. I didn't get angry after witnessing this. Then my wife came to explain, but I locked her out. Faced with a betrayal, I decided to divorce her the next day. However, what I didn't expect was that the next day my father-in-law called me to a cafe.
She doesn't want to be with you anymore. She wants to be with Gary. Look, son, I just want everything to be very, very pleasant. I'm Aiden's granddad. Whatever you're thinking of with Gary.
I don't care about Gary.
Good. In that case,
I want the boy.
That's not gonna happen, Bo. You can see him whenever.
I want him. She can have it all. She ain't having Aiden. You can tell her that from me.
Seeing my wife sitting beside him, I realized that this was all her idea. The negotiation failed, but I knew that as a gang leader, my father-in-law wouldn't let me off easy. Sure enough, the next day, 2 of his men found me and ordered me to take my son to the amusement park. At first, I wanted to refuse, but when I saw the look in their eyes, I realized that even if I refused, they would force me to go. Once we arrived at the park, my father-in-law instructed his men to take my son aside, and then he pulled out a gun.
Let's go for a little ride on the wheel, eh?
We boarded the Ferris wheel, and when it reached the top, my father-in-law told me to look outside. I saw my wife's figure, and then it dawned on me. They wanted to take my son while I was away. Just as I was about to vent my anger at my father-in-law, he pointed the gun at me and warned me not to make any rash moves. Seeing this, I could only silently watch as my wife took my son away. But they didn't stop there. After taking my son, they didn't plan on letting me go either. They put me in the trunk and took me to an abandoned warehouse. I knew this was where my father-in-law often disposed of bodies, and I realized that tonight I wouldn't be leaving here. Then my father-in-law asked me a question.
What are you gonna do if ever you get out of this?
Honestly,
Yeah, you're an honest guy.
I'll get out of this. I'll fucking kill every one of you.
It was obvious that my answer didn't satisfy him. He ordered his men to pour an entire bottle of alcohol into my mouth. After that, they spread gasoline all over the warehouse and set it on fire, trying to make it look like an accident. But to everyone's surprise, I managed to escape from the warehouse. Once I was safe, I planned to seek help from my mother. However, when I arrived at her house, I saw that my father-in-law had just left. As I walked into the room, I found my mother barely alive. I couldn't believe that my father-in-law, in order to prevent retaliation, had killed the only family I had left in this world. After my mother died, the flames of revenge burned fiercely in my heart. That night, I went to find my wife. When she saw that I was still alive, she was terrified. But I didn't kill her immediately. Instead, I threatened her to call my father-in-law and have him come to save her. I hid behind the wall, waiting.